Remember Junior Johnson's yellow banana? That's 1967 in Atlanta, I think. Yep, he brought a car that they called the yellow banana because it was so out of shape compared to what you got off a showroom floor. It was shaped like a banana. And it was yellow, Holly Farms, I think. Well, NASCAR's gone a long way since then. They got templates now. They got templates for templates. They got more templates than you can shake a stick at. They got too many templates, in my opinion. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net. Friday afternoon, Dover Downs International Speedway, and Jimmy Johnson's on the pole, AJ Allmendinger's outside, and Mark Martin was third fastest, but he had a shock that had too much gas pressure in it. You know how these guys like to play tricks. So they got to put him to the rear of the field for the start, but he should have a pretty good car. Childress's bunch, after that Clint Bowyer penalty, I think they're reeling a little bit right now. They were all fired up about how NASCAR was wrong and all that sort of stuff, and that's what I'm talking about right here. But I think it's taking them off their game. Maybe that's what the rat-out deal was all about. Take Childress off his game, get him all worked up over this appeal process he's got to go through for Clint Bowyer. Might even take Kevin Harvick right out of the picture. I think that's the way they used to play head games when Dale Earnhardt Sr. was around driving for Childress, wasn't it? My point here on the yellow banana and NASCAR templates is NASCAR's gone way too far the wrong way. They were measuring Clint Bowyer's car with lasers. Childress has a GPS, highly sophisticated system to measure his cars down to the 64th of an inch or 60 thousandths of an inch or whatever all those measurements are, less than the thickness of a quarter. That's absurd. We're going the wrong way. We were talking to Jack Roush about this. Jack Roush says, I've had to get a supercomputer. A supercomputer. You know, like supercomputers, like billions of dollars. Well, he didn't pay billions, but you got to pay a lot of money to rent those things. Switzerland, Austria, to keep up with Childress, who got a supercomputer. The sport in here, NASCAR racing, has become, my supercomputer is better than your supercomputer. That's absurd. Going down to a 60th of an inch or whatever that thing is. NASCAR's got to throw some of this stuff out the window. They got to get back to basics. I mean, we don't need laser systems Wednesday afternoon telling us the car that you thought won on Sunday was actually illegal by the thickness of a quarter. That's absurd. That's an insult to the fans. That's an insult to TV viewers. That's an insult to people who follow this sport. NASCAR needs to straighten this act out. We talked to Jack about this testing policy, the no testing policy, which NASCAR initiated about 2 years ago, ostensibly to save all these teams money. Jack said, take $500,000 for example. If it was costing us $500,000 to test, teams now are spending 3 times that much on all these computers and supercomputers and computer simulators to make up for the fact that they can't go to a racetrack like this on a Wednesday, a couple of weeks ahead of time, or a Thursday before the race itself, and just put a car on the track and practice. We're driving car owners out of the sport. We're driving sponsors out of the sport. Hey, talk to the guys at DuPont right down the street here from Dover. Talk to Jeff Gordon. He could use a sponsor for next year. A lot of guys could use sponsors. Supercomputers, this is not Formula One. This is NASCAR. This is like, where's the oak tree? I'm going to haul the engine up and fix it. NASCAR's gone the wrong way. They need to change their ways. That's the way I see it. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net, and we're fired up at Dover Downs.